I want to start by acknowledging something very real. I know many of you have been holding, waiting, hoping, and yes, sometimes doubting. The last decade hasn't been easy. The noise in this space, rumors, speculation, conflicting statements, has left more than a few of us exhausted, frustrated, and unsure of what to believe. I see that. I feel that. And today, something has shifted that you need to understand. Something changed this week. Not the kind of change you read in forums or see in exaggerated headlines, but a shift that serious observers cannot ignore. It's subtle yet monumental. And before we go any further, let me be clear. This isn't about overnight fortunes. There are no secret handshakes, no hidden backroom deals that guarantee instant wealth. Nothing in this space ever works that way. What we are seeing is structure, planning, and execution finally intersecting in a very visible way. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what changed, what didn't, and what it means for anyone holding the Iraqi dinar. Stay with me here, because once you see the framework behind the numbers, the noise starts to fade. So here's where things stand. Earlier today, a major television network in the Middle East displayed a rate that has immediately caught global attention: $567 per Iraqi dinar. Pause and let that sink in. This isn't a rumor. It's not a screenshot shared in a private group. It's a live public confirmation, visible, recorded, and undeniable. For those of you who have been tracking this for years, this moment validates patience in a way words can barely capture. We've seen test transactions in banking systems, cryptic statements from officials, and placeholder rates flicker on internal network. But seeing $567 live on television, that's when theory meets reality. Now here's what that means for you. First, this is a signal of Iraq's economic intent. This is not a modest recovery or a slow adjustment. This is a statement of confidence. Iraq is showing the world that its currency, backed by vast oil reserves, mineral wealth, and untapped economic potential, commands respect. For holders, it represents a tangible shift from speculation to real, measurable value. But let's slow down and contextualize this. The transition from announcement to global execution is staggered. Systems need to update. Banks need to verify. Liquidity needs to flow in a controlled manner. This is standard procedure for a re-evaluation of this magnitude. Think of it like turning on a massive engine. You can't just flip the switch and expect everything to stabilize instantly. There will be pauses, safeguards, and adjustments. This is normal, not a warning sign. Here's the part most people misunderstand. A rate like $567 was long considered mathematically impossible because of the physical volume of dinar in circulation. Skeptics overlooked one key factor: Iraq's systematic pullback of currency, demonetization initiatives, and the shift to digital banking. The effective supply of dinar has been reduced, aligning real value with national assets. In other words, this number is sustainable. This is careful financial engineering at its finest. Let's take a deeper layer. The implications aren't just domestic. The global financial ecosystem is watching. Major Western institutions have remained deliberately quiet, not out of negligence, but because internal systems are preparing for unprecedented liquidity demands. This rate is likely to ripple into related emerging market currencies, including the Vietnamese dong, as part of a broader recalibration strategy. For holders of both currencies, this could be historic. Now, I know many of you are thinking about what this means personally. Here's the truth. Even modest holdings could now translate into transformative wealth. But that's not a call to rush. This is the moment to prepare professionally, mentally, and strategically. Consult with trusted advisors. Think about asset protection, trusts, and long-term planning. Quick, impulsive moves now could undo the benefits of decades of patience. Remember, preparation beats speculation. Emotionally, this is a monumental moment. Many of you have held since the early 2000s, enduring skepticism and ridicule. Today, $567 is more than a number. It's the vindication of your research, patience, and critical thinking. It's proof that measured belief in a structured process pays off. From a technical perspective, Iraq's infrastructure is ready. Digital banking systems, customs integrations, and electronic payments have been tested and prepared for the surge in transactions this rate will create. The public announcement on live television wasn't just symbolic, it's practical confirmation that Iraq's financial backbone can handle this. So, what comes next? The rate will propagate through official banking systems. Expect temporary pauses, circuit breakers, and traffic-related delays. These are not failures. They're safeguards. Global platforms are already reflecting movement consistent with this announcement. Once trading stabilizes, volume could reach historic levels. And for those holding dinar, this is your window to organize, verify, and prepare. The broader significance is also clear. This isn't just about individual wealth. It's a declaration of Iraq's sovereignty and economic strategy. It marks the nation's entry as a serious regional and global financial player. It's part of a coordinated movement in emerging markets, likely linked with synchronized adjustments across other currencies. Let me repeat this because it's critical. $567 is a milestone, not an endpoint. The process of integrating this value into global financial systems will take time, patience, and deliberate action. The revaluation itself is dynamic, it's unfolding, not static. Your role as a holder is to remain informed, prepared, and grounded. To summarize, today represents the intersection of patience, planning, and execution. The $567 figure validates decades of foresight and independent research. It signals real economic potential for Iraq and real opportunity for holders. But above all, it underscores one central thesis. Measured preparation beats speculation, always. Thank you for trusting Dinar today to guide you through this historic moment. Keep tracking official sources, stay calm, and focus on the steps you can control. Remember, this is your reward for decades of diligence. The world is watching. But your next move should be deliberate and grounded.